Imagine discovering the entire world is secretly controlled by a group of wealthy elites who manipulate the media, pacify the population with entertainment, and crush anyone who threatens their power. Oh yeah, and also there are ugly skeleton things.
Ew.
What's up, freaks? Welcome to The Laughing Dead, your internet meetup for the final shreds of the human resistance. I'm your host, Ethan, and tonight we're examining a cult horror legend that's proven itself as relevant today as it was when it was written nearly 4 decades ago. They Live premiered in November of 1988 and debuted #1 in the box office opening weekend. Written and directed by the horror titan John Carpenter, this film points a slimy skeletal finger at class divide, corporate influence, and the ever-corruptible human spirit. So whether you're a seasoned witness to man-made horrors beyond human comprehension, or simply looking for a laugh, strap on in, because we're getting into it. They Live opens on a nameless drifter, train hopping into Los Angeles. He arrives Rambo style, on foot and looking for an honest day's work. And when I say drifter, I mean completely normal everyday working man, plus steroids.
You get some kind of master plan, you let me know, huh?
See, Nada, as he's referred to in the credits, is played by the 1980s WWF star, Rowdy Roddy Piper. And while it's fair to say Roddy is a bad dude in the ring, it's also safe to say he ain't taking home any Oscars. The guy can't act. Rest in peace. That being said, he brings a certain autistic sweetness to the character, and by the end it outshines any bad acting and cheesy catchphrases.
White lines in the middle of the road. The worst place to drive.
Before you know it, my guy lands a job on the construction site where he makes his first friend in the city, another worker named Frank. See, Frank is basically Nada's polar opposite. Where Nada still believes the system works, Frank thinks the whole thing is rigged from the start. But despite that difference, the men have one major thing in common. They both need somewhere to sleep. So Frank brings Nada to the homeless encampment, where a group of displaced workers have built a small community together. Now, Carpenter clearly wants this place to represent working class people who've been chewed up and spit out by the system. And I guess I get what he's going for, but I gotta be honest, man. This camp is some unbelievable Mickey Mouse bullshit. I've seen real encampments. They're filthy disaster zones, littered with trash, rank with the scent of sour piss, and exclusively populated by lunatics. This place looks like a Boy Scout jamboree, but the camp does introduce the most important figure in the resistance, a street preacher ranting about them, a shady cabal of elites. And the irony here, the only one who sees is the blind guy. And he's presented as a random crazy, otherwise indistinguishable from the regular LA riffraff. That is, until the authorities suddenly raid the church and bulldoze the entire encampment like they're trying to erase it from existence. The drifter barely escapes, but his curiosity drives him right back to the church, where he discovers the resistance has been hiding something, a box full of dope-ass 80s shades. And these sunglasses aren't just stylish, they reveal terrifying truths. When he puts them on, the world changes. Advertisements show their true intention. Subliminal messages are everywhere. Even money itself carries its message. The glasses, they're a blessing and a curse, because once you have the ability to see through their propaganda, there's no going back. It quickly becomes clear that our protagonist has never known fear, because instead of quietly processing this horrifying discovery, he bumbles around openly staring and insulting the freaky zomboid aliens that have infiltrated society.
You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly.
As satisfying as it is to roast alien Karens, it gets him singled out pretty quick.
I've got one that can see.
But you better watch your ass messing with Rowdy Roddy. He casually handles 2 cops that are foolish enough to get in the way, and acquires their pistols and shotgun to boot. After that run-in with the cops, most people would be shook. I'd be shitting bricks, man. Peeking through the blinds, definitely getting the hell out of town. But not our heroic drifter. He's locked in and out for alien blood.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Now from our perspective, he's eliminating monsters. But from everyone else's perspective, a madman just walked into the bank and started blasting people. All hell breaks loose, and half the LAPD hits the streets and the air looking for our boy. And he's forced to take a hostage to escape the area. Introducing Holly. Our hostage is cold as ice, yet vaguely flirtatious.
I'll do whatever you want, whenever you want.
She plays it cool until she has her chance to blast his ass right out the window. What the hell? Bro should be dead, but he survives, although busted up and on the run. And in a moment of weakness, he decides possibly for the first time ever that he could probably use some help. Cue the homie Frank, who isn't thrilled to see Nada at first.
How many people did you kill?
Not people.
Just trust me, bro. Well, Frank thinks he's nuts, and he's sure as hell not entertaining any of these delusions. And what happens when an unstoppable force runs up into an immovable object? The longest damn fight scene I've ever had in front of my eyeballs, that's what. These guys seriously beat each other bloody for nearly 10 minutes, and right when you think it's gonna be over,
I'm sorry.
they beat the shit out of each other some more. In the end, Frank is finally bested, and the glasses are forced onto his face. And that's about it. He's recruited. The pair heal up fast and reconnect with the Resistance at an event that strongly resembles an AA meeting. The glasses are upgraded for contact lenses, they're gifted some sick alien bling, and what the heck, Holly's even there. She must have tried the glasses on after all. But before the meeting ends, they're raided once again, and this time, it's a live fire exercise. The Resistance is slaughtered. Frank and the Drifter fight their way out of the building and make a narrow escape using the teleportation power of the watch. Just like that, the boys pop out somewhere completely different, deep underground. And hot damn, they've stumbled right into the alien headquarters. A giant hidden complex where aliens and their human collaborators casually mingle like it's a corporate networking event. And right away they run into a familiar face, a guy you might recognize from earlier. Only now, he's wearing a tuxedo and living large. He happily gives him a guided tour of the facility, explaining how the whole system works. See, aliens aren't conquering the Earth with armies, they control the economy. And humans who cooperate, well, they get rewarded with wealth and status. Sell out the human race, and boom!
The per capita income of each of you here tonight has grown by an average 39%.
Seems like a shit deal to me, but our boys ain't buying what he's selling, because at this point, the mission is clear. Destroy the signal, free the human race. They smoke the guards and fight their way level by level towards a broadcast tower on the roof. Screams of terror echo through the halls. Gunfire. Absolute chaos. Holly? What the f are you doing here, girl? Frank holds the line while Nada pushes forward towards the roof. And unfortunately for Frank, this is where his luck runs out. Never associate with a woman who assaulted you with a wine bottle. It's a hard rule of mine. Holly was never a hapless victim. She was part of the system the whole damn time. And if you think about it, the clues were there. She survives the Resistance massacre, despite being straight up bad at running. Look at her. She lied about her TV station not being the source of the signal, and I'm of the opinion she ratted out the location of the rebel base. Holly's a sellout.
That dirty whore.
But our heroic Drifter didn't come this far to turn around now. He pulls out a comically tiny gun and gives Holly a few new holes. This cues a barrage of gunfire from the helicopters. And with that same tiny gun, he destroys the broadcast transmitter. The signal dies, our hero dies, but the illusion collapses. And suddenly, the entire world can see.
Hey, what's wrong, baby?
Fine thoughts! They Live is rarely hailed as Carpenter's finest work. It's campy, poorly acted, and the effects aren't exactly groundbreaking. But this film still found its way into the halls of great cult horror and into the hearts and minds of millions due to its messaging. The whole concept of elite control, corruption, and brainwashing the public hits just as hard now as it did back in the day. The film manages to highlight that serious truth in a very unserious and fun way that bypasses political biases and crosses party lines. Because at the end of the day, George Carlin said it best.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
If you had a good time tonight, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more cult film hits. Keep them horror flicks flowing, and remember, if you laugh when others scream, you found your home. This has been The Laughing Dead. Thanks for stopping by.